Today, President Clinton came to see me because over the past several days he had been having episodes of chest discomfort that were brief in nature, but because they were repetitive, he contacted me and came in on the basis of his symptoms, which were occurring at rest. It was decided to admit him to the hospital and perform angiography. His initial tests, electrocardiogram and blood tests, showed no evidence of heart attack. Again, I repeat, he did not have a heart attack or any damage to his heart. The pictures were taken of the arteries that supply blood to the heart and of the 4 bypass grafts that he had 6 years ago. One of the bypass grafts was completely blocked, and because of that, and the fact that he was having repetitive symptoms at rest, he was treated with 2 stents that were placed into his own coronary artery. That is, the artery that had been supplied previously by this bypass graft was opened by the placement of 2 stents, small metal scaffolds that hold the artery open. The procedure went very smoothly. President Clinton has since been up and walking around and visiting with his family. He's in good spirits, and we hope to have him go home tomorrow.
We'll open it up now, one at a time, guys, right over here.
Dr. Schwartz, was the former president's life ever registered this whole episode?
No.
So is this routine? Do you consider this routine?
I don't consider any procedure routine. These are high-skilled procedures, and you're dealing with the blood vessels that supply blood to the heart. So these are high-skilled procedures. It's a serious business. However, both due to the skill of the operators and the perfection of the technologies, they can be done at extremely low risk, and I would not describe this at all as a high-risk procedure.
Dr. Schwartz, what is it?
Dr. Schwartz, the stent that was put into Peter.
I won't comment on brands.
Dr. Schwartz,
Right over there.
what change after this? What advice would you give him?
So I would like to say that the goal of the treatment, and I think it will be achieved, is for President Clinton to resume his very active lifestyle. This was not a result of either his lifestyle or his diet, which have been excellent. He's exercised regularly. He's in excellent condition, as evidenced both by what he does and by objective testing with stress testing. His cholesterol numbers and other risk factors that we follow have all been excellent. This is part of the natural history. Just as illnesses have natural history, treatments have natural histories. And this particular type of bypass graft has about a 10 to 20% failure rate at 5 to 6 years. No, it makes him less susceptible to future heart attacks since this graft is gone. The stents have opened the vessel. And the primary driver for his heart surgery was not this blood vessel. The primary driver for his heart surgery was the main artery in the front of the heart, and the bypass of that artery is what conveys the longevity benefit of bypass. That's what's called a left internal mammary artery bypass. That artery, that bypass looked pristine, and we know from multiple studies that if that bypass is opened at this point after the surgery, it will remain open.
Take one right here.
What is the prognosis going forward after this?
His prognosis is excellent.
Doctor, based on the failure rates, you weren't overly surprised that he was back.
I think this is, like high blood pressure, say, this is a chronic condition. We don't have a cure for this condition. However, we have excellent treatments that involve lifestyle modification, medications, and occasionally, when necessary, procedures. Also, President Clinton responded appropriately and promptly to warning symptoms that had been discussed with him on numerous occasions in the past.
We'll take a couple more.
Dr. Schwartz, if he did have this one graft that became blocked again, does it stand to reason there's a risk that this could happen again with this different graft?
Again, the memory, without getting too technical, the grafts are of different kinds. So the graft to the main blood vessel on the front of the heart is what's called a left internal mammary artery graft, is not prone to this type of blockage.
You said that he had been feeling some problems for a couple of days.
One at a time. Take this one.
Yeah.
He had had chest pains for a couple of days.
I didn't say chest pains. He had some vague chest discomfort that when it became repetitive, he recognized that it might be a problem with his heart, and that's when he consulted me, and that's when we acted. So,
Were they ever chest pains, or can you clarify that?
I'd like to keep using the word discomfort because that's what he felt, and also just educationally, often heart symptoms are not pains. They can be pressures, they can be constrictions. In his case, he felt sort of a pressure or constriction.
Doctor, when is he back on his feet?
I'm sorry?
When can he resume his...
He is back on his feet.
When can he resume his activities, his schedule?
So I told him he could be back in the office on Monday. Back in the office on Monday.
Doctor, someone said this is a wake-up call for the president. Would you call it a wake-up call?
No, I wouldn't call it a wake-up call. The wake-up call happened in 2004. Again, he has really towed the line in terms of both diet and exercise. He's followed an excellent program. This particular complication is not hardening of the arteries. This sort of graft failure is the history of this type of treatment, and is not related to anything he did.
Hey, it's cold out here. One more for the doctor.
Could you give us the timeline, like when he went into the cath lab, how long the procedure took, and what point he got up?
The procedure took on the order of an hour, and he was able to get up about 2 hours afterwards.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
What time did he come in?
Let's go.